Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be sharing what my 1-year-old eats in a day. Figuring out what to feed my daughter used to be so stressful, but being in quarantine for nearly a year now has helped me become way more organized by planning out the meals for the week and making sure she's eating a variety of things, not only for a well-balanced diet, but also to expose her to different things so she doesn't become an extremely picky eater. By the way guys, all the plates, utensils, and cups you see in here will be linked below, and if you're new here, please consider subscribing and give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more content like this. Without further ado, let's see what my 1-year-old ate today. So Ray usually wakes up between 5:30 and 6 in the morning, and then after her morning routine, she eats breakfast right after. So I'm serving her some hash browns today from Trader Joe's. If you guys haven't had these already, these are so good. They come in 10 big hash browns, only for a total of $1.99. So I just use my air fryer for this. I set it for 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 minutes and it comes out crispy on the outside but still soft in the middle. So with it being crispy on the outside, it's actually easier for her to use a fork or her hands to pick it up without the hash brown falling apart. I am going to cut these up into smaller pieces for her with my kitchen shears. And if you guys don't already have some kitchen shears or scissors, this is like the most used item in our kitchen. It's just so much easier than having to get out a cutting board and a knife. So as you can see, I didn't cut that last piece right there because she only eats about 3/4 of this hash brown. I don't like overpacking her plate because if it's too much, she kind of gets overwhelmed. So I put just enough so that I can lay flat and not on top of each other. So I'm giving her some blueberries for breakfast. This is her absolute favorite fruit. She can sit here and eat an entire container if I gave it to her, but she loves this and always asks for more. And they're great antioxidants if you guys don't already give your kids blueberries, although their poops are really stinky if they eat a lot of blueberries, but they're good antioxidants and good for the brain. Okay, you want your food?
No.
Okay, here you go. Hash brown, blueberries, more to come, okay? Oh, do you need help? There you go. It's not hot anymore, it's cooled down. So Ray gets water throughout the entire day. She actually has several cups of these around the house. And then I'm also offering her some whole milk here. She's actually not a fan of drinking milk. And I think part of the reason was because she used to be allergic to milk. So we didn't give her whole milk for a while and she didn't care for any of the other milk alternatives. Well, except for breast milk, but we're no longer giving her breast milk. So she drinks only about 2 to 3 ounces of whole milk the entire day, when the recommended amount for toddlers is about 16 ounces. So we're still working on that. She's gradually drinking more and more each day, but it's a work in progress, and I try to squeeze in dairy in other forms, whether it's cooking it in her food or giving her yogurt and cheese instead. So Ray woke up before I could get to the protein part of her breakfast. So while she's busy over here eating her hash browns and blueberries, I'm going to make this quick tofu scramble. Ray is allergic to eggs, so I'm replacing it with tofu instead, which is high in protein. And all we're adding to this is some spinach to squeeze in some greens and some cheddar cheese. If your child is allergic to dairy, this is a good substitute if you can't give them cheese. And then I'll be using olive oil for this and adding some salt, pepper, garlic, and turmeric for some flavor. And then we'll also be adding a little bit of whole milk towards the end. So this is what she finished on her own. She ate most of the hash brown, and I actually gave her more blueberries because she kept asking for more. But she usually gets antsy-pantsy after about 10 minutes in the high chair and then wants to get out. So for the tofu scramble, I'll be spoon feeding her this. I'm just going to put it in a separate bowl. and whatever left over, I'm going to store it away in a Tupperware, and they're usually good for up to 5 days in the fridge. So I used to read articles about letting kids eat on their own and not spoon feed or force them, but then she became iron deficient at her 12th month visit. So after that, I did a combination of both, letting her feed by herself and also spoon feeding her to make sure that she's eating a well-balanced diet and getting some protein in. So ever since I've been doing this combination, she's no longer anemic and she's now eating a lot more protein than she used to. So this is what's left of the tofu scramble that she didn't finish. So for her mid-morning snack, she's gonna have some munchkin. These are the glazed donuts, and she usually doesn't eat sweets like this. I don't really give her that much sweets, but I was craving this yesterday. So it was sitting on the kitchen island and she kept begging for more. So it's fine once in a while, I don't mind. And she also asked for more blueberries. So here she is just enjoying this and FaceTiming my parents. And after her 2 munchkins, she actually asked for a 3rd one. You want more? What do you say? What do you say?
Please.
Please, okay, I'll get you more. So she actually didn't finish her 3rd munchkin that she requested. So she had about 2.5 munchkins and then only a few more blueberries. So she did drink a little more milk with her munchkins, but there's still some left. So I'm going to put this back in the fridge. I've had this out for a couple hours already, but it's still cold because it's in this insulated cup. This is one of my favorite cups because it just looks so chic and it reminds me of like those Yeti mugs. So I'll make sure I link this below in case you guys are interested. So I'm also giving her half a banana. She usually only eats half in one sitting. So I know I should be using a cutting board, but no worries. I didn't cut it straight through. Banana. Yummy. So it is lunchtime now. So while Ray is keeping herself busy over there with her tablet, I'm going to heat up some leftovers. So she's going to be having some leftover chili mac from the other day. It's just chili with ground beef and red kidney beans, and then I just made some macaroni noodles with this. And then I'll be topping the chili with some cheddar cheese, a little bit of sour cream, and a squeeze of lime. I'm also peeling this clementine or mandarin oranges, however you want to call them, and I'm removing some of the white skin or membrane. I'm not sure what they're called, but if they're like hanging off like that, she doesn't really like to eat them. So I just remove some of them, and usually she's good with that. And then I'm also serving this with some multigrain club crackers. She usually likes eating this for snacks with almond butter spread on it. But for today, it will just be crackers with this chili. So I usually don't serve all of this at once for lunch. I usually just give her her main entree and then I give her snacks and fruits afterwards. But because I'm also sitting down to eat because I am starving, she's gonna just have to eat it like this. And I know she's gonna go for the crackers and the fruits first before she even touches the chili mac. So I use her tablet or TV at times to bribe her to eat, and I know that's not the best way to go about with feeding, but this is what works for my child, and you know, everyone's parenting style is different. So she gets limited screen time, and it's not just, you know, all day melting her brain away. But it's just easier for me and less stressful to use a little bit of screen time when she eats sometimes. So once again, she has a time limit in the seat. She just wants to get out and walk around. So she finished her crackers and most of her fruits as expected and only took like a few bites of the chili mac. So I'm going to try to offer her a little more to see if she'll eat it. But if she's full, then she's full. I don't force it, but I do know the difference when she's full versus when she's just bored. So she only took about 3 or 4 more bites of this chili mac, and this is what's left of lunch, so it is what it is. She's just probably over it because this is a repeat for her this week, so she can be selective when it comes to leftovers. You want vitamins? Alright, so Ray gets 2 of these a day. I have to open it for you first. Wait. Okay, let mommy open it for you. 1 second. Okay, can I open it first? So these are multi and omega-3s of vitamin D3 for her immunity and bones, since she does not drink milk like that. So I have to find other ways to supplement for her. They're like citrusy flavor. Okay, did you grab them? 1, 2. Okay. So Ray is down for her nap after her lunch, and she usually sleeps around 1 to 2 hours, 2 if I'm lucky. But while she's asleep, I like to go ahead and prep dinner. It's just so much easier that way. She's not there like tugging my arms and legs and shirt. So I'm going to show you guys really quick what I'm prepping for dinner. So I'm just soaking some herbs in some salt water just to give it a good rinse. So then I'm also just going to prep some onions and garlic over here. So what I'm making today is a chicken pho. If you guys don't know what that is, it's basically like a chicken noodle soup, but a Vietnamese version. It's so good. You cook it with bone-in chicken to release all the bone broth flavor in it, so it makes the soup very hearty. It's just a delicious chicken noodle soup, and this is one of Ray's favorites. So for her post-nap afternoon snack, Ray is going to have this organic fruit bar. This one has apple flavors in it, and the sugar content in here is low. And then I'm also going to give her this babybel cheese, and then I'm going to offer her the other half of the banana from earlier today, and then some veggie sticks. So Ray loves eating chips more so than sweets. I'm not sure if like all toddlers are obsessed with chips, but this girl loves chips. I'm giving her some veggie sticks. It's a little healthier than other chips, so I don't feel as bad giving this to her. Little cranky waking up. Why are you so cranky, huh? She didn't want to get her diaper changed. Is it yummy? These are veggie sticks. Yummy? So this is what she finished. She ate all the veggie sticks, only half of this cheese, and there's a little piece of the snack bar left, and she only took 1 bite of the banana. So I don't toss away her leftovers. I usually am her garbage, so I eat her leftovers. And she also saw the 2 munchkins that were left on the kitchen island, so she asked for more, and I went ahead and gave it to her because that's it. And then she also drank more of her milk. I think there's only like half an ounce or an ounce left of that in there, so not too bad today with the milk. Like I said, we're working on drinking more milk here. Alright, so now it is time to cook dinner. So I love having everything prepped beforehand because it just makes life so much easier when it comes to cooking, and just in case Ray needs me or something, I can just do whatever I need to do for her real quick and get back to cooking. So I am Instant Pot queen. I love using the Instant Pot. It's just so easy for me. The food tastes great, and I just saute things a little bit. I dump it in there, hit the start button, and I'm good. So again, I am making the chicken pho, which is the chicken noodle soup, and I'm going to link the recipe for you in the description box below. So I made this meal for the entire family. So I went ahead and prepped 3 meals for her. So that way next time I just heat it up and pour the broth in and we're good to go. So this is what it looks like. It's just chicken, noodles, and in this flavorful soup that we made. Peace. Yummy. Mum. Show them how you can eat. Wow, good job. Good job, Ray. Bye.
Hi. Bye.
See you later. So we did a little outfit change because she had noodles and broth all over her clothes. but she did pretty well. She ate majority of this, so I'm gonna go ahead and help her finish this because it's hard for her to scoop up the broth. So I want to make sure she's getting some of that hearty broth that I made. So she did really well for dinner today and finished it completely. And now I'm gonna give her some grapes, and then that's it for the night. So I usually cut the grapes into quarters lengthwise. If you guys aren't aware, grapes are the #1 choking hazard for kids under like age 5. So they recommend to cut them in half lengthwise. But since I'm paranoid about it, I cut it into quarters for her, and she usually does fine with this. So there's about 4 grapes in here, all quartered. She has her days with grapes. Sometimes she loves it, sometimes she hates it. So I'm only offering her 4 right now, and if she wants more, then I'll give her more afterwards. So she actually ate all of them and asked for more, so I gave her an additional 4 grapes, and I think she was completely content with that while watching some evening cartoons. So that is it for today. She is just sitting here enjoying some evening cartoons before her bedtime routine, and this is what my toddler ate in a day, guys. She did very well eating her food today. Perhaps she knows she's being filmed, so she's trying to be a good toddler ambassador, but she can be picky or selective on certain things, and there are days she'll skip meals because she's just not in the mood, and they're just like us, and some days they don't have an appetite, and that's totally okay. I've learned to accept it and not get upset over it because it's normal. So I don't always cook every day. We eat leftovers, and other times we go to Chick-fil-A and eat frozen pizza, as you can see here on my weekly meal planner. But for the most part, we eat homemade food as much as possible because I know exactly what's in it. It's healthier, and I also save money this way. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope you were able to pick up some toddler meals and snack ideas for your kids. If you enjoyed this video, please like this video and don't forget to subscribe before you leave.